I'm going to work from a photograph today, something with a bit more colour. This is the Valley of the Rocks, which is near Linton in North Devon in the UK. So I'm going to see what I can do, so I can do this any justice. I'll start with a very rough sketch. Just a very rough outline, all the main features. Okay, there's some definite layers to this image. You've got the central feature, which is kind of mid-distance. Then you've got this outcrop a little further out. Well, a little, it's probably a mile or so away. And then you've got on the horizon a distant headland. You've also got some, you also have some bits and bobs knocking about in the front of the image, which I will probably just skim over, to be honest. It's not that interesting, and there's nothing that it really adds. Interesting stuff is down here. You've got some nice rocks, and the colours change from the light greens to the darker blues. So I'm using soluble ink again, which sometimes works and sometimes is a bit of a disaster, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Don't want to put too much detail on these further items, as it will bring them too close. So that'll do. And now I'll begin the watercolours. Okay, I'm going to use a number 8 brush. Can't see my mixing, but then again, you're probably not missing much. So let's get some nice wash for the sky, nice blue wash. Nothing complicated. I can't do complicated because I haven't got any paints left. Keep it quick and very simple. So work on the this area now with the greens, bringing it lighter as we come to nearer the foreground. Maybe I should work lighter and work into dark. Let's try that. So, got some lighter bits here. got similar colours on the over here, but hopefully that will fade out a bit more. A lot of water there. Ooh, that's too intense. Yeah, this is supposed to be kind of more subdued. That's definitely not what I want to do. So I'll take some of that out, a paper towel. Yeah, let's let that dry. And that colour doesn't work too bad for the distant headland, I don't think. Quite like that. And take it out again. I'll see if that works. Okay, so I'm back to the greens. I got distracted there, didn't I? Right, so I want to darken the greens down a bit. Ew, it's a bit dark. Water. I think I should have put some water down on the paper first to allow these colours to merge a bit more. Because that doesn't. Well, you shouldn't do this. Definitely shouldn't. Don't do that, because you get these hard edges. I'm trying to make up for my mistakes there. So let's try again. Let's see how this goes. I'll bring something to the front as well, see if we can put a bit of interest in there. I'm never convinced. It just looks a bit of a mess, to be honest, but I'm going to do some of these dark shadows. These have nice hard edges, so I'm not going to put any water down. Although there is some on the paper already, which is going to mess things up probably. But we'll see. Try and put a bit more interest into these areas. I'm going to leave it there, otherwise I will basically make a mess. So I'll try and put some as darkness over there, but I don't want it as dark as the mid-ground, otherwise it will be too dominant. Okay. Highlight some of the rocks in the sea. I do find my paint tends to pool on the paper sometimes. I'm not really sure why. Maybe I just need more paint. Okay, right. And now for the sea. So we can use the blue that I had for the sky. And still a bit of green. That's a bit dark. That didn't work. So I need a bit more green. I'll try that, see how that works. Not very well probably, but try not mix it in with the black too much. Ooh, it's going to make a mess. It's going to make a mess. Okay, let's get back in with the darker blue. We can merge that in a little bit. Hopefully it won't make a mess. Water it down a little bit so it's not as strong. Okay, try and pick out some of the excess on that. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. That's a quick 10-minute painting. It's okay. See how it looks when it dries. I'll put a thumbnail at the end of the final image. Oh, there you go, another painting. Okay, I thought I'd finished, but after letting it dry, I'm not that keen on this. It's a picture of rocks, and it's not very rocky. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically go over the rocks and make them more defined, more rocky, if you like. So hopefully that will give a bit more detail and a bit more solidity to everything. But we shall see. Let's have a play. So I'm going to leave the background and just work on these areas here, just to bring them out. Just to sharpen up the edges. Get a bit more detail in this rather blank, dark area. Can't actually see any detail in there, but I'm sure there's a little bit. suggestion of darker foliage and the occasional rock, I think, is there. Not sure. This area is much darker. So just doing lots of random squiggles to kind of hint at foliage and not something that isn't sharp. Okay, back up to the top. Now, one mistake I'm making at the moment is that I'm just doing this and I'm not stopping to see if I'm doing this right. If I'm making a mess. So I'll stop in a second and have a look. Yeah. I think this is improving it. A bit more work yet. Just hints at sort of what's at the front here. I don't want to put any detail in. Partially because I'm lazy. And partially because there's nothing really recognisable there. Some detail around the edges a bit. I'm tempted to get just a wet brush and go over this, just to smear it out a bit. How's that looking? Let's stop a second. Should I? I don't know. I'll do a little bit more and think about it. Or should I just carry on and make a mess of it, which I seem to be doing just now? I think I need to stop fiddling. I'm going to pause and have a think. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm going to try a little bit. Probably just enough to spoil it. A little bit of... Ooh. A bit too much water. A little bit of merging these in and dragging the ink just to give things a bit more shape. How does that look? think this is okay at the moment. There's always a danger that you can overdo it. And I think I might that's turned into a big splodge. Don't like that. So I can just wash it out. I'm going to stop there. I think that's enough. Any more and I will spoil it. So, November 23. There we go. Let's leave it there.